Hi everyone, I did my next chapter of Leadership Gold, and the chapter I read today was on chapter 12. Your biggest mistake is not asking what mistake you're making. So in my contracts, on my roles, and in the positions I've had, I did make mistakes. It's also very hard when you're dealing with a diverse team. Sometimes when I was in my contracts in the banks, I had people who were Spanish, I had people who were from India, and I had to learn to communicate in a way that they understood me and that I understood them. And the same thing happens on my calls today. Like, I'll ask somebody something, for example, why are you canceling an order, or why are you returning it? And they don't understand what I'm asking them. So I have to change my words, and communication is a big part of any role. If you can communicate and you can get the message across, it changes. And that was one of my toughest challenges in my role now in call center work, because people use different language and people understand things differently and people get the message differently. When I hear the South African accent or the Zimbabwean accent, I'm at home. I can be myself, I can relax, and I don't have to put on airs and graces, I don't have to be formal. I'm just me, because they get it. I can be myself and they get it. But if I'm speaking to an American, or I'm speaking to somebody from England or wherever it is, I adapt and I change. For example, I had a caller tell me, thank you, you were so nice, you were pleasant, and you were easy. Now for me, coming from Africa, you were easy means something completely different to what she meant it as a compliment. So I had to adjust to that and say thank you and understand that she was giving me a compliment. But it's very hard when you come from a completely different culture. So the biggest thing was, and my managers can attest to this, they had to tell me, use different words. They don't understand what you're saying. Like, you're speaking very high level English. Use other words. Instead of saying, what is the phone number associated with the order? Say, what's the phone number on the order? So I had to change. It's very different going from management to going to an entry level role, but I had to learn from my mistakes and adapt. And often you get this corporate culture which says, oh, we're a team, don't wash your dirty laundry in public. But the companies that do that don't do well, because people see it as you're trying to cover something up. The companies that say, we apologize, we made a mistake, we'll fix it, they do well. And that's what we have to do. We have to change, we have to adapt, and like Nelson Mandela said, change ourselves.